I like tough guys. I like Ben Wallace. I don't need everybody in my NBA to be a soft, silky shooter. There's plenty of those guys. I like an NBA where 75 guys are tough guys. I don't mind a guy in the NHL who's not a great skater, but you got him on the end of the bench, so somebody starts picking on your star, he goes after him. Let's bring in a tough guy. Steven Jackson, who also had skill, 14-year NBA veteran, an NBA champ with the 2003 Spurs. So everybody's getting on me this morning, Steven. Because, by the way, we do these 30 for 30s about the Knicks and the Pacers and the Pistons and MJ.
Yeah.
Okay, we do 30 for 30, Steven. We romanticize tough guys, and now Zaza Pachulia hits the MVP, and we're all freaking out. By the way, Golden State got in his head. He's complaining about it. I don't have a problem with what he did. Do you?
Yeah, I do. Zaza's not a tough guy. He's a dirty guy that does dirty things to make up for lack of talent. That's just what it is. He's not even the starting lineup no more on this team. They took him out of the starting lineup because he can't do anything. And it's obvious. I mean, okay, everybody that didn't play basketball, I'm going to help you out because I know you're kind of naive to a lot of things. Nick Young's foot is not that strong to push a 6'11", 270-pound guy down. First of all basketball players, we take some crazy shots in the game.
Yeah.
Layups, reverses, all type of stuff. We know how to fall. Okay, if you look at the game, we hit the floor all the time. We know how to fall. This was definitely intentional. He didn't even have to fall.
Oh, look at that.
This is what he does. This is what he does.
That floor is slippery.
He has too many incidents. Kawhi, Russ last year. When you have 4 or 5 situations where it's questioned if you're dirty or not, you're dirty.
If you're that uncoordinated that you have to fall like that, you shouldn't be in the NBA.
So, Steven, you don't think you add value in the NBA as a tough guy?
Yeah.
And by the way, okay, that's just falling on legs. You didn't throw an elbow. You didn't get in the guy's ear and be like, don't come here. Don't do that.
No, I definitely did that, but I never intentionally tried to hurt somebody. I remember going in the game when DeAndre Jordan was dunking on us, catching lobs and lobs and lobs, and he went up for a lob, and I just took his arm off. But I didn't try to hurt him. I went straight at his arm so he couldn't catch the ball.
Whoa, time out. Steven Jackson, you are a 6. You could play NFL football. Yep. You went at full force in DeAndre Jordan's limbs, and your argument to me is, but I didn't try to hurt him.
No, I didn't go at his legs. It was his arm.
That's different.
It's totally different. It's totally different.
Not as much
it's totally different. It's totally. One thing about it, you know how to foul somebody with the intention to hurt somebody? Trust me, I do. And with the intention to just make a hard foul to try to make him miss a free throw.
You don't think the NBA, though, has gotten so absurdly soft? You can't even hand check.
Oh, it's no question.
So what am I supposed to do if I'm a big? And now, by the way, I can't hand check a guard, so you can get to the basket anytime you want.
Right.
What do I have rights for as a big guy? What are my rights?
Right, and you're right. You don't have any in today's game. And I remember at the beginning of the season, when I was on the show last time, I said that the NBA is soft. The NBA is getting soft.
You did.
And the players were like, the older guys are just hating. Well, now you got James, you got Lou Williams, you got John Wall. All of them coming out saying what? The NBA's soft now. They're all saying it. So we were right. We wasn't just hating. We were being honest. The game is soft. You can't even give a hard foul without getting technical foul or thrown out the game. You can't even have an enforcer now. Zaza's not enforcer. He's not going to fight nobody. He's just clumsy and just a dirty player.
Steve Kerr loves it. They had Matt Barnes last
year.
He
doesn't love him. We called him the moral compass.
Well, if I called you the moral compass of the show, that would be a sign
I'd be the North, you'd be the South.
Wouldn't that be a sign of some affection, though? Like, John's the moral compass of the show. I'd be saying, John centers us.
Well, I know what Steve Kerr means. Every team, every championship team has that one guy, that Draymond. He even said it in the paper. I was the guy in San Antonio. We won the championship team. Ron Artest was the guy. You have with the Lakers team. You have to have that one guy that's a tough guy that can go out there and get in other guys' face to protect the stars without being dirty. Zaza is not doing anything else on the court but being dirty. That's all he can do to contribute. He can't do anything else.
Steven Jackson, 14 years in the NBA. So I don't buy into this. LeBron James' narrative now is I'm not shooting free throws. All I have to do is go to the data, and he's shooting more threes, meaning he's not going to the lane, meaning he's not at the line very much. I don't think it's about that. I think it's LeBron for the second time this year had his team reworked, and it ain't any good now, and he's sensing I'm going to have this ain't going to work, and he's frustrated because he's going to go to the finals again and get boat raced by Golden State. And when he gets boat raced by Golden State, he has to turn on his Instagram for a year and get crushed by everybody. I don't think it's the officials, Stephen. I think he sees the truth, and the truth is this new team ain't any good either.
Well, he's done a lot of things uncharacteristic of LeBron, with congratulating himself before he got 30,000, putting his stats on Instagram saying, at least I'm doing my part. He's done a lot of things unusual. But when guys like him, Russ, and Boogie Cousins complain about calls, you got to respect it. You got to respect it. Boogie Cousins doesn't get calls at all. Russ, these guys attack the basket like animals. And for them not to get calls, you got to respect it. LeBron does get fouled, and a lot of times referees look at his game and Russ' game and DeMarcus' game. These guys are so great, they make it look easy. You're supposed to make those shots. And they overlook the calls and not call it.
So you think the officials have deteriorated? They're worse?
Half of them are 5'6", should be baseball shortstops and second basemen. They never play basketball, can't even touch the backboard. So obviously there's a lot of calls they probably don't even see. You know, because these guys are so big.
So
but
you're backing LeBron whining about the officials?
Yeah, man. I think, certain guys, like I said, certain guys. LeBron,
you don't think LeBron gets calls?
I think LeBron should be 10 free throws a night. If I don't think Lou Williams get fouled a lot too, but him and James know how to sell it. LeBron don't sell his fouls. He just goes straight to the basket.
That's LeBron's problem.
Yeah, you're right. He doesn't flop or nothing like that, but he deserved those calls, I think.
Yeah, by the way, I'm going to read this. I got a theory on this. So Stan Van Gundy, who I think is a pretty good coach.
I love Stan.
Yeah. So he ripped the NCAA. And he doesn't like the fact that kids, like a baseball player can just go to the bigs. To minor league baseball. And a hockey guy can do that. Mm-hmm. But Stan Van Gundy doesn't like the fact that a kid, an 18-year-old, often African-American kid, has to go to college. And he said he thinks it's racist. Okay, so let me just throw this out.
Come on now. We're going to be real. Let's be real.
Okay, but let me ask you this. If I'm 18 and in high school and I'm a really good basketball player and I can go straight to the pros. Now, I'm not going to be great, but I can go to the pros. There's more than one exit off the interstate. I can go to the G League. Mm-hmm. I can go to Lithuania. Mm-hmm. I could actually just work out for 9 months. Or I can go to Duke for a year, 9 months, take 3 classes. By the way, my first tournament's in Maui. Get free this, free that, Coach K. Hang out on the campus. I don't have to graduate. Then I'm off. And by the way, my last 3 weeks, I'm on CBS and TNT on the tournament getting promoted. Okay, I'm not saying the NCAA doesn't have issues, Stephen.
Right.
It ain't a coal mine. It's not the worst job in the world.
Right.
If you don't want to go play college, you could go to the G League, which, by the way, it's not the worst thing in the world.
It's worse than college. G League is worse than college.
But my point is this. Are we overreacting? Listen, we know the NCAA's got issues. Hell, we can't do Olympics without doping.
Right.
We can do a World Cup without cheating. I'm not saying the NCAA's perfect. But if you choose that exit off the interstate, it ain't the worst thing in the world.
It ain't the worst thing in the world. But at the same time, let me say that I agree with you and I disagree with you. Because, first of all, if you can go to war at 18 and blow your head off, you should be able to go make $1 million.
Yeah.
Okay, that's one thing. Second, I think it's racial because me personally, I know I wasn't no straight A student. I wasn't smart, so basketball was my only way out. Yeah. If I couldn't go to the NBA at 18, I'd probably be dead in jail. And that's just being real. Because the only other options that I seen around me was drugs and gangbanging. Uh-huh. So basketball was my way out. So if I couldn't have went to the NBA out of high school, I don't know where I'd be. I went to Venezuela when I first got out, before I got to the NBA.
Yeah.
Where I come from made me strong enough to be able to deal with being in Venezuela. I didn't speak Spanish. About 2 hours there, I seen a 14-year-old jump off a bridge and land right in front of me and kill himself. This is my first experience as being outside the United States and in Venezuela. And I was 18, so me seeing death, I was able to deal with all this stuff and go out there and still play basketball. Everybody's not built for that. So you can't just say, well, why don't you go overseas instead of going to college? You know, everybody's not built for that. Everybody can't handle it. But you can't tell someone what they're worth regardless of what their age is. You know, I know what I'm worth. You can't tell me at 18 that I can't go make millions of dollars. If they're telling me I can make millions of dollars, but you'd rather me go to college and do something I'm not good at.
By the way, you and I agree. I think you should be able to go to college
right.
or the NBA directly.
Right.
My point is, there are options. You can go to Venezuela. You can go to the G League. Mm-hmm. By the way, just go work out for 9 months.
Right.
It's not like you're going to be a terrible basketball player. You don't have to do anything. Just go work out every day.
Stay out of trouble.
Stay out of trouble and go work your tail off for 9 months. But if you do choose college basketball, it's not a terrible option.
Yeah.
You made it. You didn't go to college.
Yep.
By the way, junior college will take you.
Yep.
The G League will take you. You can work out. I mean, if I'm an Orlando kid, 9 months, I'm like, I'm going to go to Tampa and Orlando. I'm going to find pickup games.
Yep.
I'm going to work my tail off with my brother, a cousin, my mom. And in 9 months, somebody will know who I am.
But you know what it is now? These days, players they're knowing their worth. They're knowing their worth more than what they're getting in college. You know, a lot of these guys know that. They're worth more than the way they're getting treated in college. They're bringing a lot of money to these colleges, and these kids are starting to understand that now. 20 years from now, we didn't understand that. 20 years from now, even me, I didn't know what I was worth. I didn't know I'd be in the NBA, you know, and knowing how to speak on what I'm worth and my stats and what I deserve. Well, these kids now in college, they know that they're bringing a lot to the game and bringing a lot to the NCAA. So they know they're worth more than what they're getting.
They are 18. Isn't everybody getting paid like crap at 18?
Nah.
I did.
Well, you know, at 18, coming to 18, you know, you want to provide for your family. You tired of struggling. Where we from, you tired of struggling. You tired to have to borrow. You tired to have to ask people to buy you basketball shoes for your games. You know, you want to do something for your mom. You're tired of seeing your mom work 12-hour and graveyard shifts, and you coming home from school not even seeing her, going to basketball practice, not even seeing your mom. You want to change that mold. So
why don't you go to G League?
Well, the G League, your mom making more than you in the G League. You ain't making no money in the G League. They traveling. You try to travel better on your own than they do in the G League. The G League is not always cracked up to be. Now, it's an opportunity to get to the NBA, and that's all you can ask for is an opportunity.
All you gotta do is stay there for 9 months.
But you live worse probably in the G League than you do in the NBA. I mean, do you do in college? G League's bad.
Steven Jackson. Great seeing you, man. Good seeing you in the house
man,
today.
Always glad to be here, man.
We just argued for 10 minutes. See, I got physical with you.
Oh,
I'm the show's enforcer.
I can't believe that you're condoning this kind of thing.
I am the show's enforcer. I throw elbows at my guests. It's a herd.
I love it.